And they're off and racing. The 6 runners are sent on their way over the 2-mile trip for the Howden Handicap Hurdle. First of 8 flights coming right up. Classic Lord and Mr. Mackay, the two who dispute the lead. Touching over that from Holly and Highway 105 to the outside. Mr. Freedom is with those, and Saligo Bay up the inner just last, but only just inches in it at this very early stage of the contest. Racing downhill, Saligo Bay is actually quite keen coming down the hill, moves up into about 3rd place. To the 2nd flight of hurdles, Classic Lord with the advantage. Classic Lord narrowly in front of Mr. Mackay. Saligo Bay, Highway 105, right the way around the outside. Made a small mistake there, Highway 105. Holly is alongside him. And at the back now, shuffled back just a half a length away, Mr. Freedom in the green and white silks. But still really tightly grouped up as they take the railway turn for the first time and head to the home straight. Flights 3 and 4 await them there. Classic Lord in the dark blue silks on the outside of Mr. Mackay on the rail. Saligo Bay then with Mr. Freedom and Holly. Holly's followed now by Highway 105, who is now the back marker. To flight number 3 then. And Classic Lord out-jumped there by Mr. Mackay. Mr. Mackay now ridden by Sam Twiston-Davies, the jockey change in this race. He leads narrowly from Classic Lord. Behind those is Holly with Mr. Freedom to the inside, Saligo Bay. And Highway 105 has just dropped a few lengths off them now. Last of all, 4 lengths behind the main group. Passing the judge, circuit to go. And 4 more flights of hurdles left to take a very long run toward the next flight. The leader, Mr. Mackay, sits narrowly out in front from Classic Lord in 2nd position. Saligo Bay and Holly are next, followed by Mr. Freedom, and Highway 105 has closed up a bit to the outside of the group, but still just last as they now take a turn. And left-handed they head towards the back straight. So Mr. Mackay in front. Mr. Mackay leading clearly by a length to in 2nd place. Classic Lord. Classic Lord's got Saligo Bay behind on the inside. Holly and Mr. Freedom are both well in this race. And this gap again back to 3 lengths now to Highway 105, our back marker. Down towards the next. This is the 4th from the finish. Mr. Mackay led, slightly untidy. Also untidy was Holly. She was up on the outside when making a mistake, but she's still travelling strongly. Classic Lord, however, is now under the pump a little bit. Those blue sleeves working away. Alan Johns next to Holly, who's closing in a bit now once again. This gap of 6 lengths now to Highway 105. He's the only one detached. The other 5 runners really tightly grouped up. The leader still, Mr. Mackay, narrowly from Saligo Bay, Holly and Mr. Freedom. They're the 4, and they go away now from Classic Lord, who put in a slow jump there. And Classic Lord looks well beaten now. And a similar remark for Highway 105, who's plugging on. So those two cast adrift. 4 of them to fight out the prize then. 2 flights of hurdles left to take. The turn for home is on. Mr. Mackay, Holly on the outside. Saligo Bay and Mr. Freedom right with them as well. Saligo Bay now goes back into 4th place. The leader, Mr. Mackay. Heading towards the 2nd last. Mr. Mackay, Sam Twiston-Davies from Mr. Freedom. Now a clear 2nd. Holly in 3rd. Hasn't found much. Saligo Bay is next. And now they dash down towards the last flight. Mr. Mackay and Mr. Freedom. The 2 of them open right up on the other 2 rivals in the air together. This side is Mr. Freedom. Far side is Mr. Mackay. Marc Goldstein against Sam Twiston-Davies. Mr. Freedom in front now for Sheena West. Mr. Freedom produced a strong run to beat Mr. Mackay. 3rd place, Saligo Bay. Holly was 4th, then Highway 105 and Classic Lord.